Forward. This is a long story. If you want to listen, please subscribe. I'm a bit busy, so I'll do chapter 1 first. I hope you enjoy listening to the story. Chapter 1. My village was a remote, secluded place in the Mekong Delta, in the late 1800s and early 1900s, back when people didn't even know what electricity was. Houses were scattered across vast lands, only a few roofs visible from afar. Trees grew wild like a forest, the ground hardly ever saw a ray of sunlight. On the riverbanks there were coconut palms, nipa palms, ban trees, and dense patches of cam vines. There were abandoned graves everywhere, with no one knowing where they were. In those days, tigers and other wild beasts roamed freely. People used to say, alligators grab you from the river, tigers snatch you on the shore, and that saying came from villages like mine. Even though my village had wide land, the population was sparse, and houses were separated by several acres. Whenever there was a celebration, you had to run around for hours just to invite the whole village. With this, I'm sure you can imagine the scenery of my village. The story I want to tell begins with the wildness of my village. Because it was so wild, tales of ghosts and spirits were very common. My story comes from what my grandfather told me, so I want to speak as if I were him, to make the story more vivid. Near my village, there was a family grave of a wealthy landowner. The family was Chinese, so they were very meticulous about feng shui. Also, in those days, grave robbers were common, so the family had carefully sealed the tomb. Later, during the war, nobody knew where the landowner went, leaving the grave abandoned. Weeds grew taller than a person, thorny bushes sprawled everywhere, and no one cared for it. The grave was full of venomous snakes, cobras, krites, vipers, lying across the tomb's floor. Because it was so wild and desolate, ghost stories began there. One day, a man from the village was herding cattle nearby. The grass there was thick, and there were countless deep holes full of water. He got so absorbed in catching fish that he didn't notice the sunset. When he finally remembered, he couldn't find his buffalo. He searched for a long time, thinking maybe the buffalo was full and went back to the pen on its own. He carried his string of fish home casually, but when he arrived, none of the buffalo were in the pen. So he and his wife lit torches to search. They looked all night but found nothing. He said to his wife, "Could it be that they wandered into the graveyard?" His wife nodded, saying, "Maybe they got distracted eating and ended up in there." "But how can we go in? That graveyard is full of snakes and scorpions," she trailed off. After thinking for a while, he said, "Let's go ask the husband of Brother Hai and Uncle Ba to help. Uncle Ba knows a lot about these things." So the couple went to get them. They returned with torches and stepped into the graveyard. Uncle Ba suddenly froze. In the dim torchlight, he saw a shadow far away, sitting cross-legged, holding something to its mouth. Because it was far and the light was dim, he couldn't see clearly. He asked Brother Hai, standing nearby, "Hai, did you see anything?" Brother Hai shook his head. "No, I didn't see anything." Uncle Ba stepped closer, and a pungent stench hit him, blood, urine, and buffalo dung all mixed together. When they reached the place, a horrifying scene unfolded. 2 dead buffaloes lay there, their entrails scattered everywhere, blood pooling around them. The buffalo owner and Brother Hai didn't see what Uncle Ba saw. They thought some wild beast had killed the buffalo. They fell to their knees. This was their whole fortune, gone just like that. Brother Hai said, "Uncle Ba, in our area, we've never heard of tigers coming to the village to eat buffalo." Uncle Ba pondered, then said, "It's late, we can't carry these buffalo home tonight. Let's go back and get the villagers in the morning. There are too many snakes here, we shouldn't stay." The buffalo owner worried, "But what if the wild beast comes back and eats them all by morning?" Uncle Ba replied, "It just ate, it won't be hungry so soon." So everyone left one by one. But before leaving, Uncle Ba glanced back. Deep in the graveyard, a pair of red eyes, glowing like embers, stared directly at them.